Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Genevision Media. Today we're going to have a fantastic show. We're going to be interviewing Charlene, and she's going to be talking to us all about hair, about natural hair, hair products, and her business line of products that she has launched and made herself. And we're going to probably have a little bit of a discussion about hair as well. So we've got our co-host Gail with us today. Gail, say hello.
Hey.
What do you want to find out today about natural hair?
Okay. My first question for you is, how did you get into the natural hair business?
Okay, so just hello to everyone in the audience. My name is Charlene. I'm the co-founder of Charlene's Hairipy, and I'm going to answer the questions. Can you repeat the question again?
How did you first get into the natural hair business?
Okay, so good question. It's I started off doing it as a hobby. I went natural because of a lot of hair issues that I had. And I started doing it as a hobby, making hair care for myself and my son. And then I realized that what I'm learning, I should be teaching other people, letting other people experience in my products and what I know. So that's how I took it into a business. I didn't want to keep all the information that I knew to myself.
Okay, so great. What have you learned on your journey in terms of natural hair? What kinds of things have you used?
I've learned quite a lot of stuff, to be honest. You know, there's so many different hair types. You know, natural hair. There's so many different types. We have coily, kinky. You know, some of our people locks it. So we need to understand our hair and then maintain it according to the type of hair that we have. So I've learned so much. What works for some will not work for others. But what I do know is a lot of people are educated on hair, and they need to learn the right ways to look after their hair. So hair loss is a big thing in our community. We're braiding our hair too tight. So again, I'm teaching people about not braiding their hair too tight so that they don't get alopecia, things like that. And always, when your hair's dry, it's telling you it needs water. So just little things like this, little tips that I'm giving out.
Okay, so in terms, you mentioned different hair types. So in terms of your products, do you cater for a variety of different hair types, or is your product aimed at a specific hair type?
My products can be used in, like, you know, mixed race kind of hair types, type 3 and type 4 hair types. Depending on your hair type, you would use different products in my range: creams, balms, oils. So depending on your hair type and the frequency of when you would use the products. So my hair, I have 4C hair, very, very thick hair. It's hard to get water inside my hair, so I'd use a lot more products than someone with finer hair, where my products would easily penetrate. So again, my products would work fine with all curly hair types.
Okay, so does each item come with recommendation? And you mentioned you've got quite a few different types of product, like balms and oils and different things. So do you have recommendations for which hair type uses which products?
Yeah, well, to be honest, all my products have instructions of how to use them. And if you need more of a regime, personal regime, I can give you that, but that can cost. You know, I'm giving you one-on-one information. But in general, if someone comes to me at my store, I'll give them a bit of hair advice, general advice how to use products. But to be honest, it can be trial and error with new products as well. Right, balance yourself, and we'll see what will work for you.
And in terms of the whole hair typing, because I've looked into a little bit of background information on hair typing, and what I found is that a lot of people have more than one hair type, even within one head. So that can then make it challenging to find products that work. So what would your recommendation be when you find that you've got different hair types within your one head?
Yes, I totally agree. And I understand what you're saying. Like the back of my hair is a bit thinner, a bit looser, and it grows a lot quicker than the front. So again, that's your hair, so you need to treat it the way according to what it needs. So I would always say divide your hair into sections so that all of it's getting treated, none of it's getting neglected. If the front needs a bit more oil, give it a bit more oil. If the back needs a bit more time, a bit more detangling, do what your hair requires. Yeah.
What would be a regime that you would normally use on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, for me, normally I like to do low manipulation with my hair because I'm trying to let it grow. So I wrap my hair at night, and then in the morning, I take off my head wrap. I normally do like a little twist in the front with my fingers. I never use combs really in my hair. Always use my fingers. Add a little bit of water with my spray bottle, just so that when I'm putting my hands in my hair, it's not harsh. Style it and put it in a bun, and away I go. That's not going to suit everyone, to be honest. I hear some people saying they take hours and hours to do their hair. So it works for you, but I would try and say use wide teeth combs. Try and make sure your hands are quite moist, or your hair's moist before you're putting your hands in it to stop any breakage. Because our hair is very, very delicate. That's what I would advise.
Okay, do you have wash products as well as the balms and the oils and things like that?
Yeah, at the moment I have it's called a shampoo clay mask, and it's they come in bars. They look like chocolate because they're made with a bit of cocoa and oils and clay. And again, they're what you use to wash your hair. You can use it as a bar, so it looks like a soap. You can use it as a bar, rub it in your hair, but I recommend that you a quarter of it, melt it with boiling hot water into a paste, and then massage that onto the hair. And again, that will clarify the hair, or hair tight, so it's not gonna strip the hair of any natural oils, and it will stop breakage, but it's gonna clean the hair for you. So I have one shampoo clay bar at the moment, and I'm working on branching out and adding more products to the range.
Wash day is a big thing for a lot of natural sisters. Do you have a specific wash day regime?
Oh, I try to wash my hair once a week because, again, as I said earlier, my hair tends to lose a lot of moisture. It's 4C hair, hard to get moisture in the first place. So when it's there, doesn't last long. So for me, I normally part my hair into four, and do my hair in sections, like one section, the next, and the next, and the next. I don't use any products with lava with harsh chemicals. I use natural products. You work the product into your hair. A lot of people know this, but you're supposed to put it on dry hair because shampoo opens the cuticles on the hair to allow the dirt to come out. So you're supposed to apply shampoo to dry hair, massage it in, wash it off, and then you have to apply the conditioner because conditioner closes back the cuticles. Okay. Sometimes I leave the conditioner on for up to an hour, but after that, the cuticles are going to be closed. It's not going to do much more work than that. And then I'll wash it off, and then I have a leave-in conditioner in my range, what will just make sure that the cuticles, the hair is lying down and it's flat and it's sealed. So that's what I do, and I make sure I wrap it at night. I rarely use a hairdryer, blow dryer on my hair because the blow dryer is drying out your hair. You've just washed it and then you've just you're drying it out. So I try not to use a blow dry on my hair, and that's basically it for me. I try not to braid my hair too much because my scalp is a bit tender from previously tight braiding and relaxer. So I treat my scalp and my hair with a lot of care and very delicate.
What would you say is the unique selling point of your product range?
That's a good question. I would say my products are vegan, so they're not tested on animals, and I don't use any animal products. So there's no animal cruelty in these products, and they're very, very kind and gentle. They're good for adults, they're good for children and babies. I have people from ranges using my products, and I've not had any negative feedback. So that's the unique selling point. I believe we don't need to harm animals just to look and feel good and to wash our hair, and that's what I'm trying to prove and get out there. I want people to be conscious of what they're using.
And in terms of, obviously, there are a lot more women becoming natural, and it's been described as being a natural hair movement. What are your political views on the so-called natural hair movement?
Yeah, there's a lot surrounding this. It's really good that a lot of people are now deciding to go natural and learn their hair. Obviously, post-slavery, we were taught that our hair isn't beautiful, so we've had to learn and educate ourselves how to look after our hair, because we're used to just hiding it away and not really understanding it. But a lot of women are now getting the courage to come out and embrace their hair and say, what society and the media are showing us isn't, it's not us. That's not how our hair is, and we need to stand up for what's right. I'm very, very passionate about natural hair, and especially for the younger ones to see embracing our natural hair, because a lot of young children, they go to school and they have conflict. They see other children with blonde straight hair, etc., and then they come home saying they want that hair. Understandable, because it's on the TV, Frozen, it's seen as a norm, and a lot of women wear straight weaves as well. But I think we need to embrace natural hair, especially to give confidence to the younger children. And I'm behind any movement that is out there and rocking it and really, really pushing the natural hair movement.
And so, because you say you like the fact that a lot more people are embracing their natural hair, and it's good for the children to see that. How do you feel then about protective styling, wearing weaves and things like that? What do you think that adds or takes away from the natural hair movement?
Yes, people, especially in winter time, you do want to be protecting your hair. But again, if you're constantly braiding your hair and weaving it, you're not actually protecting it, because it's like as someone else described it. If you constantly pulling on a rope, the pressure you're putting on your hair, you're not protecting it really, are you? You're going to be pulling it out. So you need to get the right consistency now and again, yes, but constantly, I wouldn't say that's a protective style, because your scalp, your hair needs to breathe, it needs sun. You can just put your hair in a burn, and there's other ways. So again, there's cheaper and alternative ways instead of wearing weaves all the time.
Do you have any of your products that you could just show us a glance of?
I haven't got any next to me. I'm really sorry. I wonder if I haven't got any next to me. Oh, I didn't come prepared, did I?
That's okay. I'm sure that we'll offer them the link so that they can go and have a look at your product.
Yeah, please do. My website is up and running.
And because obviously the natural hair movement has grown, and there are a lot of natural hair brands out there, how are you faring in the market? Are you finding it a challenge in to get yourself out there and known?
Oh yes, it's very, very challenging. There's a lot of good products out there, to be honest. And I think I'm based in the UK, but I think the US are leading by far. They're much more ahead with this natural movement. So I'm actually pushing it more in the US, and they're embracing it more, the products more, and then I hope that will trickle back down to the UK, because at the moment in the UK I'm finding it hard, you know, to really get the message across that natural hair is the best. But in the US they're already on it, and it's well received over there.
Yeah, there's also a lot of bloggers and vloggers who speak about natural hair. Do you do anything that helps to promote your products in that way?
Yes, I've gave my products to various bloggers and vloggers to review. So some of them are on YouTube. If you check them out, if you search Hairipy, they will come up. There's quite a few. Sorry. And I've got my first year anniversary coming up. So I'm going to be celebrating Hairipy's first year anniversary. And we're going to have an event in London, the 1st of April. And again, I'm going to be on stage giving information about hair, and people can come to my stall for any information and one-on-one consultations, you know. So yeah, I'm trying different techniques really and seeing what works.
So thinking about the science behind natural hair and how you take care of your natural hair, what is it that you have, what would you say is the most important thing you've learned about natural hair?
The most important thing, there's quite a few actually, but the important one is there's a myth going around that water dries out our hair. True, water is the only thing that can moisturize your hair. And what you need to realize, your hair is a bit like a plant. You know, you got to keep watering it. You can't just water a plant and think, "Way, that's it." You got to keep on watering it for it to grow and to look after it. So that's one thing. And another thing is our hair is delicate, very, very delicate. So you want to, when you're trying to maintain your hair, manipulate it, you know, don't be rough. Be very, very gentle with it. If you're detangling, start at the ends and then work your way down to the roots. And that's another important thing. Also, if you're getting your hair braided and it's tight, make sure you tell your hairdresser it's too tight. This is going to save you in the long run from alopecia and hair loss. So they're the three things that keep coming up again and again. That's why I think there's three important things to mention.
As you said, like it can be more challenging over here in London than it is in the US because they've been on this natural hair movement for a long time. So in terms of hairdressers, you mentioned getting them to, you know, not, if it's too tight, tell them that it's too tight. I find that they have different views here about how we look after our hair. I mean, a lot of the naturalists talk about using oils. I was told by a black hairdresser, "Oh, you shouldn't use these oils, they're too heavy for your scalp." So which information is the information we should be taking? What is right?
Again, you can. There's only so much you can take in until you start experimenting and trialing yourself. Like you do have light oils, medium, and heavy oils. You know, like olive oil is like a medium oil, castor oil, very, very heavy oil, and almond oil, sweet almond oil is one of your light oils. Again, they're all wonderful and they all do different things. But depending on what your hair needs, that's what you're gonna know to use. Um, so like castor oils are good for hair stimulation, but if your scalp produces a lot of oil, you don't want to be putting castor oil on your hair or your scalp because it will clog up the pores. Okay, so you know, you need to understand your oils and you need to trial and error and see what works. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon lately with coconut oil. It's not going to work for everyone. It's really not going to work for everyone. You need to trial it and see. Coconut oil is a very, very light oil. It can penetrate the hair. So if your hair's dry and then that's penetrating it, it's going to make your hair even drier. You know, it's not good for all hair types. So again, absorbing the information, but make sure you try it and see what works for yourself, so that you don't cause any damage.
Being that you have your own range, do you tend to visit hairdresser, or do you tend to look after your hair yourself?
Yes, I look after my hair myself. If I have a special occasion, I'll go to a hairdresser. But the last time I had my hair braided was last year for my launch party, and she braided it ever so tight, and you know, it was like blistering at the back, and it was so sore. And I was like, you know, my scalp is very tender. I can't take this. So I tend to just look after it myself. That way, I know I'm not going to get all blisters and be sore and be rolling around at night, can't sleep. Those days are gone for me. You know, I've learned how to look after my hair myself, to be honest.
And does that include trimming? Do you trim your hair yourself? And how regularly do you?
Yeah, I know how to trim my own hair. Again, I do have a hairdresser. Her name's Ade. She's in Coventry. If I need any help, I'll go to her. But I can do most things myself with my hair.
How regularly do you trim your hair?
I wouldn't actually advise anyone else to just jump on that and do it. You know, you need experience. You need to know what you're doing. So if you have a hairdresser, definitely they are experienced in their field. They know what they're doing. Not all hairdressers are going to make you blister. Let me just get this out there. So just take my word for it. How often do I trim? It depends. Sometimes when I'm detangling, I'll notice that, you know, there's knots at the end, so I'll have to cut them off. I wouldn't want to leave them there. But roughly every 3 months, I'll do a trim. Yeah.
Every month, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every 3 months, I'll trim my hair. But I tend to get knots at the ends a bit more often than that, which I will cut out.
Okay. And in terms of length and growth, do you feel that your products help in terms of growth and maintaining length?
Yeah. I have a conditioner. It's got hibiscus in it, and that stimulates hair growth. You know, you can put it on at night and massage it in, and that's going to get the follicles to react and the hair to grow. But our hair is always growing, to be honest, and just about trying to maintain that length. A lot of people say they want their hair to grow. Your hair is always growing unless it's damaged. To develop techniques that help you going to retain your length and stop the breakage. That's going to be stopping it, you know, preventing it going dry. When it's dry, moisturize it. Make sure you're sealing the moisture with balm or oil or whipped butter, for example. But always, when your hair is dry, moisturize it, and then you'll see the length. And that's what my products are there to do: help moisturize the hair, so you'll see the length, retained length.
If you had to compare your hair products to any of the mainstream products, what would you say would be a good comparison?
To be honest, I don't know. A lot of the products out there are quite different to mine, because mine are natural products. You know, if you leave them in the heat, they would melt because they're natural. I use a lot of food grade ingredients. A lot of the products out there, I would say, have you know, they've been produced so that they will maintain a longer length. They've got chemicals in, so I'm not really sure what's out there that will match mine. Maybe little small boutiques, but nothing on the mainstream would really match what I do, because I have like strawberry, moisturizing cream, blueberry, grapefruit. I'm not seeing these on the market. And then I've got like lemongrass hair balm that I'm not seeing on the market. I've not really seen a lot of shampoo bars. I've seen black soap, etc., that people use on the hair, but I'm not seeing a lot of clay bars in the mainstream. So yeah, I can't really say what is similar, but I'm sure something will come up. You know, the competition is fierce out there.
You did mention that. Sorry, the thought's just gone out of my head there. But in terms of your products being natural, what's the shelf life like?
Yeah, I would say you can keep my products up to 12 months. If you keep them out of direct sunlight, you know, in the dark where no sun's going to get to them. And they will last up to about 12 months. But to be honest, if you're using them regularly, I would say you're going to finish that within 6 months, to be honest. And that's when you're going to get the most freshness out of it and be ready to use the next lot.
12 months is quite a long time for something that's purely natural based. So do you use natural preservatives? And if so, what types of natural preservatives?
Yeah, like I have oils and balms, and they don't get bacteria, so you know you don't need to preserve them. They can't grow bacteria at all, so you know they don't need preservatives in them. You know, if you use oils, they're very, very good.
Okay.
And like my clay bar, it's made of clay and oil, so there's no added preservatives or chemicals in there. It's all natural.
Okay.
And my products have all been cosmetically tested and approved, so they're ready for retail. Whenever Tesco wants them, they're ready.
Excellent. That's really good to hear. So, which is your, would you say, is your best-selling product?
My best-selling product would have to be the nourishing cream, and that's the way you're going to get the moisture. So it's a cream-based product. They come in 6 different types. We've got grapefruit, blueberry, strawberry, lime. We've got a variety, 6 different ones, orange. And basically they've got water, aloe vera juice, and you've got your oils in there. And that's going to moisturize your hair and moisturize it for about a week. And that will help define your curls, stop the frizz, and help you with styling your hair.
Okay. Good. I'm wondering, Jen, do you have any questions?
Boy, I've got a lot of questions, but I'm just saying, yeah, I need to get that product. Like, seriously, I've had to take notes. That's why I had to go off stream, because I had to go get my pen and paper. Because as anyone who knows me knows that I'm not the best in hair care at all. Yeah, like the easiest thing going is, I mean, I got the water thing. I'm very good with the water thing. I'll put water in my hair every day because I can't do anything else with it. But
that's good.
yeah, I only learned that recently because I was told to maintain my hair that I should stay away from water. My hair should take in more oil, but my hair does get very very dry. So I can understand why, you know, my hair soaks up water like it's nothing. So it's just ridiculous.
Drinking it up, yeah.
One thing I was going to ask you is about shrinkage, because Gail mentioned about maintaining hair length and whatever, and a lot of us black girls especially, and people with curly hair, we have a lot of shrinkage, and my shrinkage is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. I would just like, is there any kind of tips that you could give people in you know, issues like that, especially when you're trying to do hairstyles and, you know, get certain hairstyles out?
Yeah. So first of all, I would say shrinkage means healthy hair. If your hair doesn't shrink, you know, you probably got heat damage, and that hair needs to be chopped off. So please, if you get shrinkage, understand that means you got healthy hair. Okay. Yeah, so there's various techniques you can do to straighten your hair before you style it. You know, you can wrap it, and that will help to straighten your hair. Depending on what styles you want to do, if you want to do twist outs, once you twist your hair and it starts to dry, your hair's going to get more length once the water is sunken into the hair. Some people use heat. If you use heat, make sure you use a good like straighteners. Make sure you use heat protectant first. That's okay, as long as you're not doing it every day or every week. now and again, straightening your hair is okay, you know. Yeah, so there's various ways, but understand shrinkage is natural and it's healthy, and it's not, if you've got healthy hair, it's not going to go anywhere. You need to embrace it and learn to just, yeah, adapt to it. My hair shrinks as well, but I've learned to embrace it and I love it. Yeah.
What would you say to like ladies that are in the corporate world? Because a lot of time I feel that the struggles that people women have with natural hair. I mean, we've seen various schools. We've even seen it in London now, but in other countries as well, where the girls are saying we want to be able to have our afros and wear our hair in natural styles. I think the woman that struggles the hardest is the woman in the corporate world, or has, you know, a certain type of job description that if she walks into like a bank or, you know, a finance office or somewhere where she's not expected to have that kind of hairstyle, or even like when locks in or things like that. What would you say to those women that are considering going natural in those kinds of environments?
I definitely agree. It's very hard in the corporate world. There's set standards that you need to follow: makeup, high heels, slick back, straight hair. I understand that. Again, things won't change if we just conform. You know, you can have pretty nice styles with your natural hair. You know, a few little braids and then a burn or twist, etc. You can style natural hair so it looks nice. You know, it's never gonna look like straight hair or weave, but you can make it look neat. And only when we embrace that and are confident to rock our natural hair in all variety of workplaces will it then be accepted. But if we just keep continuing as the standards, you know, nothing will change. Nothing changes like that. So we have to be bold, be strong, and explain to our managers, you know, about our hair type, and they need to understand it. They shouldn't be discriminating against our hair. Our hair is our hair.
I agree. I think it's probably because we've had so many years of, you know, conforming, as you said. I mean, I'm sure in the 60s when everyone was wearing their big afros and whatever, it was okay. But, you know, we've conformed for so many years to the idealized style of beauty that we've kind of forgotten about what, you know, what we kind of should be doing. So I think it's important to let women know that it's okay to be yourself. But however, I don't necessarily, I don't think, if people do what they want to do. If they want to wear weaves or, you know, do their hair in whatever way, everyone should have the right to do whatever they want to do with their hair. But I can see your ethos in saying we should be able to embrace ourselves as well. So, you know, have a variety. And I think that's the beauty of even our hair type, is that we can do so many different things with it. You know, we can have it straight, we can have it curly, we can, you know, do different things. So it's about embracing, you know, the variety of our hair. Do a lot of seminars, and you said you're doing an event for your first year anniversary.
Yes.
What is that going to be consisting of? And you know, are you going to be providing information and stuff like that?
Yes, it's gonna be. It's called Get Hair Happy. So it's not about discriminating. It's just about educating and being happy and learning to love your hair. That's what the event is about. So we're gonna have a talk from me surrounding headscarves, my hair products, and how to love your hair. And we're gonna have the kids corner where kids can learn to braid on the dolls' heads. Sorry. And we've got kids, we've got like pictures of children that they can colouring, you know, on the papers, colouring books, etc. So it's just a feel-good day about embracing our hair. With I can talk people through their hair needs, their hair concerns, you know, if they've got hair loss, they've got breakage, they want to colour their hair, things like that. It's all about getting some knowledge and feeling like when you go away that you took something that you can then pass on to somebody else. You know, it's going to be a very educational day for us all. We're going to have sweet food, music, and quizzes, raffles. It's just going to be a really good fun day. So we want to associate natural hair with fun.
That's brilliant. I will have to put the information for your event on this live stream so that people can click on the link to get tickets and stuff like that. I also noticed on your website you have books. Are they books that you've done, or are they somebody else's books? And what are they about?
Yeah, I first started off just doing my natural hair, and then I realised that adding books would be great, you know. So then none of them are mine. I've never wrote a book, to be honest. I'm not that talented. But I stopped books and colouring books for children because they're not really in the mainstream. You can't really go to Tesco, Asda, or WH Smith and get these books. I ship a lot of them from the US. Some of them are Birmingham and London-based authors. But I just want to support other Black-owned businesses that are trying the young children to be able to access books with people that look like them, hair like them, words about hair and how to love your hair. So it's just a little add-on to my business that I thought really complemented it.
Now that is a brilliant idea, because I think it's important, as you said, to teach the youth, because I think like our generation kind of lost it a little bit, and you know, now we've got people like yourselves and Gail, who also is very into natural hair, and she does tutorials and stuff as well. So you know, it's important. Trust me, if it wasn't for YouTube, I think I would have shaved my hair off by now. Because no, seriously, it really, you know, when you're just stuck on, like, I don't even know what to use. I'm sorry, my mum didn't teach me very well. I was using Timitate. If you ever know about, like, basically just standard white hair products. I used growing up, and then when I got into secondary school, it was, what was it, girl? Jam.
Oh yeah.
Jam. That just did not do anything to my hair. You're muted, girl. I can't hear you.
The other one was pink moisturizer.
Oh Lord, pink moisturizer. Yes, Lord help us.
Yeah. To be honest, like there is still some value in those products, like some of the older products. I mean, for me, the gel of choice is Eco Styler, but my daughter prefers Jam because of the hold it gives her, and that it leaves her hair soft as well.
Mm.
So it all depends, like Charlene was saying earlier, it depends on your hair type, and you have to experiment with your hair to get to know it and know what your hair likes and doesn't like in order to choose what is suitable for you, because that pink stuff used to work. Some people put it in their hair flourishing.
These screens are flipping.
Sorry, I didn't hear you there, Charlene.
Oh, the screen kept flipping. It's all right now.
Okay, was it going a bit funny?
Yeah.
Just trying to call you, sometimes it does that. But yeah, so yeah, that's very important. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about she was saying that she feels that she has to use certain products in her hair that may not necessarily be the right products for her hair, but because she's trying so hard to embrace natural hair, she's going for things that she would consider, you know, for black hair. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's very important because there's some things that just will not work in your hair, as I've learned. And, you know, there's things that will dry out your hair. There's things that just will not give you the definition. My hair doesn't do anything that I want it to do. Like, seriously, it just doesn't. So, you know, you've just got to embrace what it turns out. Do you know what I mean? And I think those are the important things that we need to consider. And you know, like you said, just embrace what you've got, really, because it's all good, it's all beautiful.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Girls, anything else you want to add?
No, I was just thinking about what you were saying in terms of use white products or products aimed at white people. And some of them, I still use Tresemme, for example, isn't necessarily a black hair product, but it's something that a condition I quite like, and it works for my hair. So, as I said, don't be stuck on, okay, I have to use this product because it's for black hair, or I have to use this one because it's for curly hair. You have to experiment, and you have to get to know your hair and get to know what your hair loves, and just go with that.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because even Charlene, you're probably aware that it's not just necessarily black hair care products that you're competing with now. Like she said, Tresemme, L'Oreal, all these brands have now realized that there is a huge market for black hair, and they've come out with natural hair products as well. And I think one of the important things that we have to consider is also what is in the products, and what it's doing to our hair. And you know, just if we're going down that kind of natural products line, and you know, we like to know that everything that we're putting in our hair is more natural. Because I remember somebody who does a similar thing in skincare was saying that a lot of the things, the chemicals and stuff in the products, well, not only do they cause a lot of horrible things like cancers and that, but a lot of it is like plastic. So when you're putting like kind of plastic things in your hair, it's actually making whatever condition that's in your hair worse. So like for me, I've suffered with psoriasis for a number of years, and I think a lot of that can be triggered by some of the things that you put in your hair, because it's almost like causing a reaction. And I also think it's down to food and, you know, the things that you eat as well. But definitely, if you're putting things that are basically plastic in your hair, it's not going to help, is it?
Yeah, anything you put on your hair, your skin is actually going to penetrate your skin and go into the bloodstream. And then obviously it's for our body to try and then flush it out. But chemicals, very harsh chemicals, they can't flush it out. They stay in the body, and over time they build up, and cancer. So that's exactly why I try and promote and tell people to use natural hair products. My products are made with like food grade products, like avocado oil, you can eat it. Coconut oil, you can eat it. Sweet almond oil, you can take it in orally. They're not going to harm you. So if they're food grade products, you know, when they go inside the body, they're not going to do any harm. That's why I'm really, really trying to push for people to read the ingredients on the bottle and really start thinking about their health. It passes on in the DNA to when you give birth. It passes on to your children. It doesn't just stop with you when all these chemicals are inside you. So if you research cancer, you'll realize that, and you'll understand why it's very, very important to try and limit the amount of toxins you're taking into the body.
Yeah, that's very true, and that's very deep, because like if we're saying things can be passed down from our children, we have to be very mindful. And we're already at a, you know, struggling with the food and all the chemicals in the food. So if we think about the products that we're putting on our skin and our hair, you know, we have to be mindful and make a conscious effort. People support our people as well in business, and you know, doing, you know, she's obviously doing a fantastic thing. So, you know, and she's not based in London, I found out today. I didn't even realise she wasn't in London. And I was like, oh my God, she's only up the road from me. So I feel like, yeah, I'm here, I've arrived, people. Yeah, girl, see. I still go to London to get all my products. So now I know that I don't need to do that.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So,
well, yeah, I'm just around the corner.
yeah. Brilliant. So is there anything else that you would like to let the people know about yourself or your business, Charlene?
Yeah, I'd just like to say I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you just have to search Charlene's Hairipy, and I'll come up straight away. I'm very, very active on social media, so feel free to send me a message if you need any hair advice at all. I've got quite a few events coming up, where I'll be exhibiting in Leamington, Birmingham, Huddersfield, London. I get about, seriously, I'm really, really trying to promote my business in at the moment. So I'm all over. And if you can't get to any of those events to see me, my mobile number is available on my website, and my website is www.charleneshairipy.co.uk. You can order from there, and I'll happily ship in the post for you. Thank you.
I'm just going to quickly show people your website, just so that they can see what
That's
it's about. Is that your son?
Yeah, yeah. All the people on there, my family and friends. That's my little brother. They all did the modeling for me.
Oh wow. See, it's for men as well. I did say
Yeah,
the products are for men as well, so you lot ain't got no excuse.
yeah, and I do beard creams as well.
She does beard creams as well. Let me take these out.
Do you have any sample products?
I have a few samples. Sometimes they're priced because obviously I'm only a small business and I need to keep turning profits. So I do like samples from £2 for people to try, and they'll have to cover the postage and packaging. And I'll be making a lot more samples and giveaways for my event that's coming up. So yeah, people can message me for samples.
Brilliant. So guys, please check out Charlene Hairipy. That's Charlene Hairipy. R-I-P-Y. Can't spell. Tired. I will put all the information in the description box, so it shouldn't be hard for you to find. Like she said, she's traveling about at the moment and getting her products out there everywhere. So please check her out. And she will be doing her first year event. Was it the 1st of April?
Yes.
1st of April in London. So again, go and check her out and support her. And you know, just find out some information on your hair. I'm sure she'll be happy to answer any questions. Like she said, she's very active on social media. So you know, just hit her up. Don't ask me because you're not going to get any sense of what answers. Straight to her. So yeah, just thank you for coming on the show, taking the time out. Gail, is there anything more you want to say?
No, just thank you. It was lovely speaking to you and hearing about your products, and I will be going online and seeing if I can get a sample of those to try out. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the support.
That's no problem. Also, the last thing I wanted to ask, because I'm really big on smells. You said a lot of products, you know, different kinds of. Do your products have a smell to them?
Oh yes, a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to eat the product." So,
All right, I'm there. When I'm off work, I'm off work on. You know what? I might have to link you on Tuesday.
yeah, people they do smell really nice. Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, I might have to link you on Tuesday. Like, seriously. I'm not waiting for delivery, man. I'm not waiting.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. Support the thing. All right, guys. Well, I just want to thank you guys for joining us for another edition of Genevision Media. Thank you, Gail, for being our co-host, and thank you very, very much, Charlene, for coming on the show and talking to us about your lovely products. And hopefully you'll come back again soon and tell us any new things that are happening and any new products and whatever. And you know, if you would like to do any kind of seminars or lectures online, make sure you hit us up and we can get that organized for you. That would be brilliant as well.
Really good. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support.
That's all right. That's okay. Okay, guys, so I'm signing out now. I will speak to you guys soon. I'll be doing another live stream in the week. Stand by for the information. Take care. Bye.